Welcome back to another live ABR family and viewers. As you come on the live, please to like and share out the live here. One ABR massive, one PNP, one general. One general in the dance. And the general is not Andrew Holness. One general. So we are started off in a true ABR News TV fashion. We know so we are support the PNP and one PNP we say. One leader of the PNP and Mark Jefferson Goldlin. And so we're going to start it off in the true ABR fashion.
You're going to hear all kinds of propaganda. You're going to hear all kinds of lies and deception. There will be tactics used to try and buy you out. There will be tactics used to try and frighten you away. And I only have to say one thing to you tonight, comrades. We are blood and fire comrades. And we're marching on to progress. And we will stand firm. We will not be bought because we are not for sale.
Not at all. Welcome again, ABR family, to the live. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, Isabel Rose. Happy Thursday. Big up on yourself. All of the massive we are joining on the live. Big up to the members of the ABR membership, Angela and Yvonne Wallace. Big up to all moderators. Dave Wedderburn, Jerry Sadler, I Speak My Mind, Al Kebilan, Kizzy, Splash DJ, Son of Love, Lyris Beckford, Chelsea Clinton, big up yourself, sis, and Unique Ray. Big up, big up, big up. Welcome again, each and every one. So we have quite a few things to touch upon in this live. But I want to go and like and share out the live in the meantime as well. Big up yourself, Carol. And when you can see on the screen right here, so we'll kick it off with the Auditor General herself, Pamela Monroe Ellis, defending her report on the social housing program. And we see everybody else are going like them a general and are going like them a Dan and are going like them a, God and are going like them a this and that. But one general in the dance. And that general is none other than a Pamela Monroe Ellis. Big up Fritz. Big up Joanne, big up Sharon, big up Serene Sue, big up to everybody. Silent watchers, big up on yourself. PNP Carol, big up yourself. So we seen where them are trying to water down the Auditor General from off of the Integrity Commission. And this government don't want no independent body to hold them to account. So we see them want to move the Auditor General. The IC, as well as the Constitution, speaks of a Pamela Monroe Ellis, speaks of a Auditor General being on the Integrity Commission board. But I am not sure if it's, or it seems to me, is because of Pamela Monroe Ellis, I hold them foot to the fire. In the sense where she gave a 64-page report of duplications in the whole housing program under this administration. And they practically have 6 different, housing programs where basically I carry out the same mandate. They're saying that there's differences there, but it's basically the same. So we see the Prime Minister who heads the housing aspect of a ministry, and him basically come out with a new social housing program in 2018. Right? Remember him as the Minister for the Economic Growth and Job Creation. And it as well as the social housing program basically do the same function. And this was flagged back in January of this year. And so it seems as if because the Auditor General have them on them toes, you know, they're trying to come at her at all costs. And these are the poor relief program and the municipal social assistance program administered by the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, a rehabilitation program under the Ministry of Labour, the social housing program, and the new social housing program managed by the ministry under the Prime Minister. And you have the Constituency Development Fund operated through the Office of the Prime Minister as well. In the report by the Auditor General, between 2018 and 2024, the social housing budget allocated 677.7 million, while the new social housing was allocated $3.4 billion. The issue is seen as a long-standing challenge, which was even identified by the World Bank as far back as 2009, where they highlighted the problem of multiple uncoordinated programs and insufficient targeting and coverage among the issues that affected the distribution of social benefits. And the Prime Minister, after learning of this 64-page report from the Auditor General, what did he say? He basically rejected the Auditor General's findings regarding the new social housing program and the others, and basically want to call the lady incompetent. This man I don't in a no position for call nobody incompetent, because after 10 years, we've seen every sector fall to their knees under his watch, under his leadership. Every sector has plunged into some form of dilapidation where unaccounted funds, billions and billions, hundreds of billions unaccounted under various sectors. Even in his office, somewhere about 12 billion unaccounted for. And like I said, one general in the dance, and that's Pamela Monroe Ellis. So we've seen of recently now the JLPFM come out and they're putting out a headline to make it seem as if the Auditor General, you know, is retracting whatever she stated in that 64-page report back in January. And she sat there in the Parliament, I believe, sometime last week, and she basically is standing on what her report stated. She basically a double down on what her report stated. So there's no if nor but about what was reported from the Auditor General. The woman has stand on her word, and she's standing on what her findings were. And I'm about to show you a little clipping of that.
Auditor General has doubled down on her position based on the findings of a report which revealed overlapping functions of some government social housing programs. Speaking at Tuesday's sitting of the Public Accounts Committee, Pamela Monroe Ellis stressed that the systems are in need of reform. Anthony Luck has the details.
The December 2024 Auditor General report, titled Managing Government Social Benefit Program, was back in the spotlight on Tuesday. The report found, among other things, that various social programs had similar objectives and overlapping functions with little or no coordination in the distribution of said benefits. Among them, the new social housing program, which falls under the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation. Arlene Williams is the permanent secretary.
We are also taking steps to forge key strategic partnerships with the other MDAs to eliminate the possibility of duplication of efforts and benefits. And we have noted from the Auditor General's report the whole thing about beneficiary fraud and the probability of it happening. Just to advise Chair as well as members of the House that we have a cross-cutting committee.
That steering committee is not going to prevent fraud. It's the operational system, it's the database, it's the information system that is managing the process that will aid in that process.
The government has rejected the findings of the report since it was released. In fact, Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness argued that the work of each entity is different and has different mandates.
When they come to us, they're not going to get enough sometimes. They're just not going to get enough. And they still will go to the Ministry of Labour and Social Security. And they will still go to wherever, even private sector, so that they can be a partnership in helping them to get back on their feet.
This report is speaking to the administration of social benefits. We did not assess the efficacy of the various programs, and I want that to be understood. We're speaking about the administration. It's a fact that there is duplication. It's a fact that there is overlapping. And it is a fact that there is a substantial cost for managing the delivery of the social benefit.
The committee also learned on Tuesday that land tenure and other issues are among the key factors affecting delivery of some houses under the new social housing program. Meanwhile, Permanent Secretary Arlene Williams sought to defend the coordination between the various ministries, particularly during the decision-making process.
We're actively implementing, thank you, Chair, the recommendations and increasing the collaboration. I expect that even in short order, we'll be having another meeting with the other two ministries that are mentioned in the report to advance the recommendations.
Anthony Lug, TVJ News.
It is a fact. When you keep hearing the Auditor General right there, so stressing that it is indeed a fact that these programs are duplicating each other and that she nah back down off of what she stated. It can be proven. She's telling the lady about steering committee preventing fraud. What steering committee have to do with this? Time come so that the Jamaican people can see what their tax-paying dollars are being used for. No program supposed to be duplicated or have any other entities performing the same function as another one. Wasting of taxpayers' dollars. Wasting to put them friends and them cronies them in these positions to make a quick food. So it's a eat a food government. Time come to end that. Also, I have a little update right here. So no wonder why we see Christian Tavares Finson, who was vying also for North Central St. Andrew, backing away. So he put an update on his Instagram and it says, my recent appointment to the UDC. So he was recently appointed to the Urban Development Corporation. And he says it will allow him to really drill down into important government initiatives such as the Rain Tree Project recently launched by UDC Jamaica. So I want to see what I'm going to write there. So them fix him in a UDC right here, and we know who is the chairman for UDC. Prime Minister's business partner, his friend, Mr. Brown. So when you know, I about Christian Tavares Finson. Him there up at the UDC. Him get a new appointment right now. So I'm still making money from this government. Eat a food government. Now we're seeing big negotiation between them and the public sector workers. And they want to offer them some 0% over a 4-year contract. So 0%. So in total, they will give them 7.5%. But in the first year, 0%. While this government didn't waste any time to take 300% for themselves. Can you imagine? We have our nurses, our teachers, police officers. And when we see a man like Rowan James, he dip on the battlefield and out there, I stand up and I represent for the Police Federation. And because of politics and him same colleagues, them fighting for promotion from this government, them sell him out basically. And he was placed on interdiction for speaking up on behalf of the rank and file for them overtime, and many other public sector workers wants their overtime. We're seeing the health department giving their deadline no later than the 25th of this month, or else there will be gross disruption in the already strained healthcare system. They are already working without resources. They are already strained with the nation and the sick people them coming in, and they cannot get what is due unto them, and they have sent out an immediate release to the Ministry of Health that come the 25th of this month, when they are due to get their pay, if they don't get all of what is due unto them on that day, people already in our hospitals in the accident and emergencies area, sitting on chairs, lying down on cardboards. So when next week comes, the 25th, we will be here waiting to see what will happen, because the health sector workers are not playing. They have been lenient with this government, in my eyes, for far too long. And too many times when we've seen these things happen, is the patients them feel the blunt of it. And I must take this time to send my condolences to Auntie Claudette from the Partner Draw TV, in losing her daughter. I believe I came across where they have some fund they want to collect in order to help with the child she left behind, and I believe legal fees and all of that. But if I get the link, I will share it with you guys, so anybody who wants to support Aunt Claudette in her time of bereavement, feel free to do so. And in the meantime, send up some prayers for her. It's never easy losing a parent, let alone losing a child. And to come and to lose both within a short space of time. So my prayers goes out to Aunt Claudette and, to the entire Partner Draw TV, who she's a part of that team. And may our daughters and our mother's soul rest in peace. And for all those who are grieving a loved one, my condolences, and may their souls rest in peace. But I would love for you to hear this from RJR about the 0% that they're offering the public sector workers.
The good of our nation.
Good evening, I'm Deidre Gordon with the latest Radio Jamaica News.
Wage talks between the Minister of Finance and the island's trade unions representing public sector workers have started on a sour note. This after the Finance Minister submitted its counter-offer to the Jamaica Confederation of Trade Unions last Thursday. The JCTU submitted its 2025 to 27 fringe and wage benefits claim to the government last November, seeking an increase of 15% in year 1 and 10% in year 2. But the Minister of Finance in its counter-offer submitted to the Confederation last week requested a 4-year contract. The Finance Ministry has reportedly offered an increase of 0% in year 1, 2.5% in year 2, 2.5% in year 3, as well as 2.5% in year 4, a total 7.5% increase over 4 years. President of the JCTU, St. Patrice Ennis, told Radio Jamaica News that the offer was strongly rejected by the unions in a letter sent on Friday to Finance Minister Favour Williams. He says his members are unhappy and the Confederation has requested an urgent meeting with the Finance Minister. Wage negotiations between parties were scheduled to begin in March, but the government had requested a delay in the talks until the end of.
So, in total, over the 4-year contract period, they want to give the public sector workers 7.5%. What can go so? I would love to hear from a teacher. I would love to hear from various persons from the public sector calling in the program as soon as I open the phone lines and tell me what's your take, how you feel about this. Because if you can remember, a newly minted senator where them have carrying our Senate come and talk about the teachers them better off today than before. You hear me?
It is not surprising, therefore, Mr. President, that relative to any other time in Jamaica's history, you have more teachers owning their own home today, and more teachers, yes? More teachers owning motor vehicles today, Mr. President. When you go to a school nowadays, Senator Crawford, when I attended primary school, Mr. President, and when Damien would have attended primary school, we used to play scrimmage and salada kick in the parking lot at the school. The parking lot at schools now, Mr. President, have all kinds of vehicles owned by our nation's teachers situated there. That is it. And Mr. President, you can't find space to play scrimmage. You can't find space to play catch a shubby. And you have to be careful how you bat ball now in the schools, because you don't want to mash the teacher's car glass.
Syrup and chicken. Big up yourself, one Dan. Big up Vian Miller. Big up Unique Ray. Eh? This a man here live in a fantasy world. And from the teacher, them come out and rubbish the argument when put in at the Senate. Me not hear him come back again, come talk about the teachers, them affording more houses. This government don't build more houses than any other government, so how can his statement be true? His statement never hold no weight to begin with. And so from the teachers, them come out and rubbish the lies. Me not hear him come back out, come say nothing. Him silent. Anyways, ABR, as me say, I want to hear from a teacher if there's any police officer on the live. Any other from the public sector workers wants to call in and let me know what you think about this 0% that was offered by the government. As soon as I open the phone lines, feel free to call in and let me hear what I say. But nevertheless, we'll move on a bit. And just before I move on, I seen them, comparing back then when there was a wage freeze under a People's National Party, I believe between 2012 to 2015, thereabout. And the way how them make the wage freeze seems as if it was such a bad thing. The sectors could have, accommodated the wage freeze in that time. And remember how they had left the economy in the time when the PNP took over. And so a whole heap of build back PNP did have to do. Because each time them get the baton, a JLP government gets the baton, them wreck it and mash it up and scrape with them for scrape and them do all kind of bull crap. And so I find this piece of information here. And you can see what the headline say. Let me see if I can pull it down a little bit more. It says public sector workers got 26% increase during the wage freeze. So when you hear them attack, as me say, always feel free if you run go do your own research. Cause them only talk the part them will make it look good enough for them eyes. Oh, PNP did give wage freeze. PNP did give wage freeze. But the very same Mr. Biles here, so, and this is an article from 2015 that says public sector workers got 26% increase during the wage freeze. So them not an argument when it comes on to them constantly talking about wage freeze under PNP. Anyways, me move on a bit here. We see them run out down at St. Mary and nothing too tough never going down there. Crowd look thin. Crowd thin down there upon them. And this is the second time them run out and gone somewhere. The people them done with the Anjo. The people them don't want to hear nothing more about the water where you come promise and keep telling the people them about 30, 40 years ago them never have no water and this and that. What did you do in your 10 years? Stop go out in the campaign season and tell the people them about water and road. And PNP mash up this and PNP do this and PNP did that. What did you do in your 10 years? You're not supposed to run for all the way. You say you do? And that you're supposed to campaign pan, you know. But before I show you a few little clippings, I have a document here that I want to read out. Because the PNP had gotten word that, them did have a touchdown in a St. Mary. And so they had 4 questions. Hold on. They had 4 questions for the Prime Minister and MP Robert Bobby Montague. And it says the Prime Minister is due to visit Western St. Mary. And the first question says, can the Prime Minister or the MP address the water issue in Mason Hall on his last visit to West St. Mary? He commissioned a water supply system for over 1,200 residents in Mason Hall. Can the Prime Minister say whether these residents now have piped water in their homes as he had promised, and if not, will they have it before or after the general election? And remember the whole Mason Hall Water Commission where them did do and said them they're going to give water to over 1,200 people, and when they finish with the whole ribbon cutting and the whole heap of excitement and the PR, and remember say some of the videos say the pipe them take up. Jesus have mercy. The pipe them take up. And no water in a people them pipe. A tank water, them set up the little pipe them just for the water come from the tank to show that water was down there. But when they left, I see them Anki Panky, I see them Easy Man Skizzing them bring off on the people them over Trelawney at one point. Just forget the people them vote. So anybody in the Mason Hall area can comment in the live and make me know if you have water on the pipe down there. Because this a government, you say them a work. Them leave from prosperity now and them say, you have to choose Jamaica. Anyways, The second question says, can the Prime Minister or the MP speak to the wastage of money on the Brockway roadway? How much was spent and what was the life expectancy of these repairs? I heard a little clipping at one point from the renegade himself. Made over upon him live earlier today. And they made that talk something about some 120 million and the MP I say 48 million him spent out it already. So the People's National Party wants to know what happened to the Brockway roadway. Wanna fix that yet? I want somebody call in to from St. Mary, you know, St. Mary massive. We are support the movement. I want to call in as soon as I open the phone line, because we want to hear the answers to all of them questions here. The MP ought to be reminded that himself and the Prime Minister, ought to be reminded that himself and the MP were advised against that type of patchwork by the experienced and capable urban planner Omar Woodbine and went against that advice. Today, the roadway is worse than before the attempted repairs were done. The third question, can the Prime Minister say whether proper and sustainable repairs will be done before the general election? We understand that the PM is coming to break ground for the repair of a school that has been burnt down during 1996 to 1997. That's over 27 years. Can the Prime Minister and or the MP say why just now after these years? And can the Prime Minister or the MP say whether the works will be executed prior to the general election? So them go down there for break ground for build back a school where basically demolished 27 years ago, instead of rectifying the first two questions here. So the people them want water. The man no build one school in a 10 years, but him gone now in the eve of a general election. Gone break ground for repair a school we burned down 27 years ago. No, sir, we can't make this up. The fourth question, and even more importantly, can the PM say why the chairman of his party is unworthy to serve in his cabinet? Is it a personal vendetta against our representative who he sees as a threat, or does it relate to a capacity or capability? And if it is any of the latter two, why would he then be good for the people of Western St. Mary but not good for the Prime Minister's cabinet? We have a member of parliament down in St. Mary, Western St. Mary, and he is not a part of the Prime Minister's cabinet. What can go so? How is it? So the PNP is asking if he's a threat to the Prime Minister, why him not in the cabinet. So how will he be good for the people if he cannot sit in the cabinet with his leader? My God. But I'm going to show you a clipping before the whole St. Mary visit. And even the Jamaica Labour Party supporters, them, I say, boy, the crowd thin, you know. So this are the first thin crowd that them have. I believe this was in, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this was in Trelawney. Somebody correct me. The man said tin for true. The man admitted. And the woman said she think up there that got black. Boy, tin for true. My God. Let me show you what took place in St. Mary. So them have more car down there than people. When you can see it right there, it's up on the screen. More car yesterday than people. So this is the second tin gathering where them have. And me I run that little recording here.
Some people in there. The Prime Minister and the Montague down there, I mean, nobody there, police, I be a police system around.
The Prime Minister and the MP down there and police. More car down there than the people them.
Story to tell you, but me look, if them are come, no one they come now, but one talk before they come. You can't imagine. Groga come and set me today, Western set me, and nobody know behind him. He crowd little bit, don't the KSAMC crowd big of him. Lord God man, time come, Groga time come. One come and set me, come, your funeral no come. We don't want the person in the crowd. And some come and Western set Mary. Listen man, time come man, I'm after the Dan man. Goodbye na the Dan man. Bobby is sorry for you. KSAMC crowd big and full now. Yes, me gone now man. Me don't want to see me. Me gone. Me gonna attack other people all talk. Just like them to me gone.
KFC crowd bigger than the Prime Minister crowd. I wonder if me can find the KFC crowd. Me couldn't see what did I go on yesterday. Where KFC crowd there? When you hear it from the comrade sister there, sir. KFC crowd bigger than the Prime Minister crowd. Mighty God.
People, look on the crossroad KFC. 24-hour KFC. 10 o'clock KFC open, people. 10 o'clock. And look here. 10 o'clock KFC open, and look here. The line thick, all police are out here. Look for police here. Look here.
What a chaos, man. Me think the Prime Minister was saying do so much in the 10 years. Me think him crowd would have bigger than this. But big up yourself, Gigi Jones. Gigi say a dead yard down at Western St. Mary yesterday. Mighty God. Rosalie Ricketts, big up yourself. Not another word channel. Big up. This not safe. None at all. Not at all. When the right time comes, some go charge for corruption. So Andrew say him a big deal, you know, and him call one big meeting. You want we know say them have them 63 candidates. But we did not know that from we see the JLP FM did put out say the vacant seat them occupied now. So then get RJ Marks one, you know, former ambassador. Them Gar one and they finally put Steve Wright in a way them never want him in the first place. And them fill it. So then call meeting just for come make we know say him in a full campaign mode. We don't want to hear that. You say you're a big deal and you say you do whole heap in the 10 years. See the picture you will circulate. Him say him a big deal. Look like him a one of the big deal them that give away yesterday for the 50th anniversary for KFC. But if it's such a big deal, as we put it, we might move like a chicken. You're such a big deal and all you did was call a meeting, an emergency meeting, a closed door meeting just for tell the 63 people them say you're in a campaign mode. Are you in a campaign mode? We don't want to hear that. If you're so sure about this election and you're so sure of this third term where you so desire with your uncertified statutory declaration and your whole heap of cloud of illicit enrichment over your head and the other 7 them were in the parliament with them illicit enrichment investigation probe and all of this and that. Them now want to work on the Access to Information Act so we can get the information. But this is a big secret government, a big disgrace government. With children them failing, they cannot read or write. They might move on to high school and cannot read or write. And then we have some little fool people that tell we say the parents them for come on for social media and go help them pitney them and them not for blame teachers or them not for blame the government. So if we have a leader like this and how much millions and billions get robbed and thief from out of the education sector and they can't even feed 400,000 pitney when them parents can't find the food to give them. You think pitney can learn for hungry belly or you mean we not for blame the government? Then who for blame? This year administration you get the education sector at how much percent? And after 5 years of doing high school, 18% of people them alone can pass 5 subjects with maths and English. And we enough to blame the government. And we steady a pay with tax on the government have them friends and them cronies a thief from the education sector, a thief from what people them. Sometimes I not even try to get too passionate because when some of them people are them big and behave like they not no sense. Just to say them a support a man like this. Them come on your platform, come chat all kind of nonsense. Big up yourself, Major Daps. Every day, every time. Ekran Sound System, respect. Pearly Simpson, big up. Call the election now. And that the people, we don't want to hear what kind of mode you're in, and we don't want to hear what is going on with the green dot poll. We don't want to hear about a poll. A one pollster we say right now and a Dan Anderson. And when Dan Anderson did, poll it come out in a 2020 and say it did have the edge over the PNP, don't you call it in a the height of the pandemic? So why you care with people them to the very last? It's like you know expect for move yourself or recruit yourself. You're under so much investigation, so much cloud over your head, and not even look at decency and integrity in you. If you say, boy, I make me move myself, or I make me come say it to the Jamaican people, say, you know, say me under investigation. The man behave as if him no know nothing. And then him a carry integrity commission go court and the whole of them they over there because through them sign them resignation letter already, them can't go against him. Them have to talk in favor of him. But we see them a try, them hardest to take out the teeth out of the Integrity Commission. But as me say, we are give the new chairwoman of the Integrity Commission the benefit of the doubt for hold them foot to the fire nevertheless. Because we know that Mr. Christie, I have not gotten any word if Mr. Christie reapply, because we know him tenure up from, I believe, in May. You understand? And we're still waiting to hear before this general election. As me say, FEME case where him carry a court for judicial review against the Integrity Commission. That should have been called up before. The judge give him a date in October, and I don't believe that is fair. FEME case should have been at the forefront. We can't have a man like this when a certified pushing himself to go and run again in a general election. And it's like them not owe the people no explanation. It's like them not owe the people no answer. Them just a run for them show. It's like them want to have way. For just vote for them, we only see them when election time. But when the laws of the lands are being made, no input from the general public. Them want to do the thing how them want to do it. It's either their way or no way. Them want reform a constitution, them alone. If them did have them way, them would have forced out the opposition, because them same one I say, them don't need no opposition for hold them accountable. And what kind of man this? And what kind of government this talking like that? Not one school the man no built. But in the eve of an election, him gone down of St. Mary for repair a school we burned down 27 years ago. What can go so? What can really go so? It's also said that two of the athletes them basically gone over a different country. So if the athletes them are run, and those two athletes will take with themselves and gone to Turkey, they said they didn't get any support from the association, but yet still them can't tell we say a whole heap of things are going on for the athletes them, and they have done this and they have done that. You remember the whole saga with the reggae girls them? So if the athletes them are run to greener pastures, why them want to come tell we say the teachers them have more houses and cars and for them government, and them not build not even half of the houses them with them say 70,000. And they don't even build 35,000 houses. ABR family, I go open the phone lines now. I want to hear from someone based on everything that was said in this video or on this live. I want to hear from you. Please to like up the live, share out the live, support the movement. I really want to hear from you. Not at all. This can't be. It's WhatsApp call only, so please to call and make me hear and say I'm gonna pin it at the top of the chat so you can see the number up there. So it's 954-288-6467. WhatsApp call only. Let me hear and say. Big up yourself, Monica Hall, Elga. Big up yourself, Cooking with Elaine, Marcia, Mr. Flex, Sharon Bernard, big up yourself. Blessed day, my caller, you're live on the ABR show. What you say about everything that was said in this live? Let me hear what you say.
Good afternoon, sis.
Yes.
As far as I'm concerned, I realize that such man don't have any shame. He don't have nothing named sympathy. He no care about nobody. The only person such man care about is such man. Only care about himself. So, I mean, I see where there is negotiation with the teachers. Are some public sector workers give them deadline for the end of this month to pay up their money when them owe them and never pay.
Yes.
Take 300%, and you want to live in Beverly Hills or wherever the affluent society people are to rub shoulders. You're a damn thief and crook, and you want to live with rub shoulder with decent people. The teachers and the doctors and the nurses are reputable people. First of all, nurses cannot get cannot be registered if they have whatever behind their name. If them have multiple culpabilities, they cannot be registered into the nursing society. Okay, the doctors cannot be registered or certified if them not have reputable whatever behind them. And you are damn crook. You want to manipulate and become a little dictator around the Caribbean. And you getting how much $1 million a year for pay? You and your damn feisty wife. And then no, you want to manipulate the teachers who are more educated than you. I hear that when this man was at you know. I heard them on their another platform saying that they were calling him, what's the name again? Backwards.
Yeah.
So all the talk you see him going up on political platform go talk. All he is doing is reading what somebody else write. This man is a stupid old pichiri.
Jesus.
You understand? And when you don't know you want to commandeer Jamaica like your papa dead, or if he's still alive, he still write will and testament give you say Jamaica belong to him. How that go? Tell me how that go. Which part of Jamaica you own, master?
Ask him definitely.
Me not understand this man, you know. Such a big old kleptomaniac. And you want to come. I just joined the show, so I never hear a part of it. I was hearing something about somebody don't want to send me all that the one day because they're so corrupt out there. Because him should have their prison for what him do to people picking it. But let it be. That bitch should have their prison. The other one where she was ambassador overseas.
Yeah.
She is. I don't even want to call the word. But you see, something in her something makes she gone in a politics. Why couldn't she find something else to do? There is money in politics, but God, people who no stand up and vote, who no vote out corruption out of the country, else who no go dead. Who no going dead for want vote out corruption. Because this woman was living abroad, making money, otherwise me understand from apart from the whatever job the government sent her over the year. I heard she was making money on the side, which she was not supposed to be doing. But I saw the whole of them crooked. I know you go home, you can't live off of what you have. This is she all like a old zinc pan house top. And when you put on all this kind of holy smothering cream and sitting on him, she look like sitting and come out and mag. And I come go on like say she's so pretty. Like she's so pretty. She and the other all her what you call it? The such man wife. The whole of them are put up pretty up their face like dead in a mag. Whatever put on there something up on their face for. It better than go rich in the Chinese them and bleach like the young people them too. I can't stand them.
And make up them and put
I put their face with you, and I tell me, can't imagine how much makeup they have to wash off for them dirty face for guard them bed.
Mighty God.
Me see the one where I put in a such constituency. I think I hit him must with a fight the Seabright man for. And then he end up I hit him give it back to him, right?
Yes, them give it, yeah.
And give it back to him because guess what? Them find out say the the PNP have such brilliance in there. So he have to in can put back the whole keg reg, all cost, the whole market people brilliant and more intelligent than some of them in our parliament.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, them women we see a go market and them man we see some of them have more education and more qualified more than most of them in our parliament. Because me sit down and watch one in parliamentary something couple months ago, and you want tell me say dead man Mackenzie no know the meaning of gerrymandering. He almost a ball in there when they tell him say a gerry.
Yeah, kill me. Yeah.
Them.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them can't know how much time you can get $10 out of $100, or how much time you can get $50 out of $100. But you know what? They are being used by the commander in chief because him a crook and he want crooks behind him. So at some point, him and him cronies them the whole of them are going to jail together. I hope Mackie G march them down.
When the right time comes, sis.
Yes. I hope he march them down one behind the other.
Mm-hmm.
2 teeth and out order. That are my few words, sis. I could have said more, but may I give somebody else this spotlight.
All right, Mrs. Big up yourself. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, take care. You're welcome.
You too. Miss say, anytime my sis calling in trouble in a campaign, you know. Big up yourself. Big up Georgia. Big up. Anybody else want to call in, let me know and say. Any teachers on here, any police officers, any other public sector workers? Big up Nora. Big up yourself, Sis Patricia. For those who want to donate, you're asking for the Zelle, Sis Patricia put it in the comments a while ago. It's my email, that's my Zelle. So anybody wants to donate, you can donate with the email through Zelle. Otherwise, you can bless up the super chat or the super thanks. 954-288-6467 WhatsApp call only. Let me hear when say ABR family. (954-288-6467) Bless up my caller, bless up yourself, Splash Digi. What you say on that one, yeah?
Yeah, my sister. On the Dylan Steve right. See? You know, I really wonder if it's too late or if I hold them out on a later term on him campaign within the region. I wonder if it's still a fight where them hold out for your time before him can even get to go up on the ground, you know?
Oh. We don't really care about for them campaign thing, you know. One campaign we are focused on, you know.
We don't care about it, but it's just something that I look upon see me if you see. You know? But as we done at St. Mary Wesley. That's the crowd thing, but it just that look like just the police details alone them a preach back to. It's like the police that alone a vote for him.
A dead yard.
No yard not dead. It's a dead school.
My God. You know, easy, you know.
As I say, we want the people to come out, as we say, and talk and stop sit down and whisper behind closed door. You understand? We know some of them are job wise, make them probably not come out, or pride wise. But some people are all on the wrong pride. You understand?
Yeah, true.
Some people are all on the wrong pride, but we not force them, you know, because it's already written in and we are see the image. Take time and come out on Isabel. So you don't know. Big up the people and just tell the people to do the right thing and that day when it call, you understand?
Definitely so.
Yeah,
respect me,
big up
brother.
yourself.
Alright then, thanks for calling. Respect. So when you do the right thing, when you hear that ABR family and viewers, when you do the right thing, please to go out and vote. Because we know it's about to be called soon, you know. They might try to hold it as long as possible. But we know them are going to call it. Big up yourself, Celine Browning. Big up yourself. We know them are going to try call it. Them have to call it, I should say. But them feel like, say, you know, them can't catch we off guard. The people are ready. So I don't know where him a hold on pan same way. The people them ready. How much more ground him a go break? How much more ribbon him a go cut for the unfinished projects them? Or the unfinished renovation? Time come and time come now. Big up yourself, Sis Patricia. Just received your donation. Many thanks. Thanks again, Sis Patricia Hutchins. Big up yourself. Big up again, my Sis Pat W. Big up yourself. Anybody else wants to call in, feel free to do so. It's 954-288-6467. Big up yourself. Big up again for the super chat to Albert C. Much respect. Gonna shout out all of the donors them in the comment section. All moderators, big up the donors them in the comment section. Big up on yourself. What a song, nice, Bucky. Big up yourself. Straight from the top. Pull up on that one here. Pull up, pull up. 1 PNP. All fruits ripe. Bless up Macaulay, live on the ABR show.
Yeah, blessing ABR. You know, I said to somebody since week that, you know, this government basically set up themselves basically when they give themselves, you know, the 200 and 300% raise. You know, because certainly it was going to come back and bite them because they're going to be in negotiation with the public sector worker.
Thank you very much.
And when you look at that, they're always going to look at, remember the raise that you get. And they're going to look at some theme about performance also. Because if you look, our teachers have been suffering. My wife is a teacher for a couple years now, many years now. And I know the struggles that she goes through, you know, because when bills to pay and when, by the time whatever take out, you know, so it's not much left and she have to pay a student loan and all this stuff as well.
Yeah.
So basically, I know it's rough, and it's even rougher now, based on what is happening worldwide. Inflation, because every time the dollar, you know, depreciate, you know that everything go up, basically.
True.
So basically, I know that was going to come back and bite them because you can't give yourself 200 or 300% raise and then expect the public sector worker to support you. That just can't happen. It can't happen. And not just that, but you're giving them crumbs. It's basically crumbs you're giving them.
True.
Because in 2%, 2.5% and 2% is nothing basically.
True.
Because
nothing.
If right now, even if you give them $5,000 right now, I can tell you say 10,000 eat out of them pay basically. So it's like giving with one hand and taking back with the other. Basically. So that was going to come back and bite them. And what they must understand that people are hungry, and I think one of the is it Richard Azan? Omar Azan.
Yeah.
He said people in telling said people hungry. And people hungry out there. And no matter how you develop in a country, if people are hungry, you know, it could have, because people say, just like say, road canyon, you know, no matter where you build, it can, people have to be satisfied I say physically and spiritually, basically, because they have to see things and they have to feel comfortable to know that they are in a good position, are in a good situation, so they can support their family and take care of their kids and send their kids to school. So basically, once they do that, what is going on right now, the public sector is going to turn away from them completely. No matter what them do, is going to turn away from them completely. And this is when the PNP have to basically continue to promote their plan. Don't stop talking about your housing plan, because these are what you're gonna to know that your aim. You don't have to buy a house which is $30 and $40 million, and when they get into power, you can get a house. They say $10 million or $9 million, and you get a big land space. You don't have to pay for the land and these stuff. So basically, they have to continue to drive the points and don't stop talking about it, because they want them to stop talking about it, because they have no plan. The JLP have no plan. They have no solution. If they can't grow the economy at least by 2 or 3%, they have failed us. No matter what they do, them fail we. So
not
these
even
are my
2%. My
not
God.
Even 2%. That's really bad.
Sad.
That's really sad, because how you can promise us to go, you're gonna say 5 in 4 years, and up till now you can't give us 2%. The further I send go is 1.9, and they can't give. And you gone almost 10 years now, and you don't grow the economy not even 2 or 3%, and then you're gonna say, boy, the economy is in good shape. When in good shape, basically, I know the economy in good shape. Is your bank account in a good shape? I feed him bank account and feed him friend them and the parliamentarian and feed them bank account in a good shape. But people who are on the ground, who are working hand to mouth, none of them never have bank account, must if you have money in a bank account.
True.
Because they just live into what? Hand to mouth. And we need to move from hand to mouth, and that people can live in dignity and live in pride.
True.
Listen.
All right. Thank you, my brother. Respect for that.
Yeah, man.
Well said there, so from the brother. It come back to haunt them. Them taking 300 and 200% increase. Come back to haunt them. The PNP asks them to roll it back. Protests. Other big dignitaries out there ask them to roll it back. But the man say, you get the quality of work to the amount of pay where them get. So they gave themselves the big whack. And we still don't see what they're doing. Everything is in secrecy. Being non-disclosure, the people cannot get any answers. Our family and viewers, like and share. Sonia Newman Smith, big up yourself. Big up again, Albert C. Daquan, big up yourself. David Palmer, much respect. Dialane, big up.
You're going to hear all kinds of propaganda. You're going to hear all kinds of lies and deception. There will be tactics used to try and buy you out. There will be tactics used to try and frighten you away. And I only have to say one thing to you tonight, comrades. We are blood and fire comrades, and we're marching on to progress. And we will stand firm. We will not be bought, because we are not for sale.
Blood and fire comrade. Big up yourself, 401 Eastbound. Big up Ivina. Big up Carl Stewart. Big up the blood and fire comrades. We nah sell out and we nah buy out. Them can't buy way out.
Do little fixing up before.
Public sector workers, the People's National Party is here for you. We don't need to vote out this government here. They don't care for you.
Every Jamaican deserves a place to call their own home. Our plans are to make that a reality. We don't bulldoze people's homes, we build them. We're going to restore the special low interest rates for public sector workers. We're going to introduce a 3-month moratorium period after you buy the house, so you have some time to furnish it and do little fixing up before you have to start making your mortgage payments. and we'll increase the debt service ratio for public sector workers so that you can qualify for a bigger mortgage loan. We're really thinking about you guys. And for our young people, we have the Young Owners Fund, a $1 billion annual fund within the NHT, where anyone up to 35 who's buying house for the first time, if they're an NHT contributor for at least 2 years, can get a grant of $500,000 towards the deposit on the house. And if you're a person who is working but can't produce a pay slip because you're in the informal economy, or you're struggling to save enough for a deposit for a home, we have the rent-to-own plan, where you can go into the house as a tenant, paying rent equal to the mortgage, and after 6 months, if you can establish your capacity to pay the rent on time, you'll be eligible for the mortgage, you can draw down the loan and become an owner of the house and step up in life. Because housing is not just a luxury for the few, it's a must for everyone.
Step up in our life, young people. The People's National Party has a plan. Look at that housing plan. Look at all the plans from the People's National Party. You cannot make any mistake for this general election. Big up yourself, Sis Pat W, for the super chat. Thank you so much for all those who donated to the channel. Thanks each and everyone for joining the live. Big up yourself again. Joanne Walden from Canada. Desmond Mason, big up yourself. Big up to everybody. Silent Watchers. Unique Ray says, let me tell you why Andrew Holness took 300%. It's because him was thieving from long time and he knows all that him have pay at that time can't. So him trying to catch up to the amount. Him still can't catch up, Unique Ray. Him still can't catch up. Him have what it takes to settle and seize the matter between him and the Integrity Commission, but him want to run going high courts. And we see them at put up them armies here, there, and everywhere. Everybody hearing me? Everybody hearing me? Them a tamper with me internet. My God. No sound? You hearing me now? Okay. Because we see them do it too often with the PNP's press conference and so, you know. Every time the PNP go live, or something with the internet. So look like them a try attack my internet. But ABR family, thanks for joining the live. Thanks for the continued support from each and everyone. Big up to all of my members. Angela and Ivan Wallace. Karen, big up yourself. David Palmer, Maxwell, big up. Ranis, big up. About to head out the live now. ABR family and viewers, please like and share. Thanks for the continued support on the movement. On the road to 30K and beyond. As a matter of fact, 50K subscribers. Want to share out the live them, share out the videos them, so that we can continue the movement. One PNP, the orange is ripe, as Major Daps would say. Real Rastaman. And we are going to juice the orange. So, big up to the entire People's National Party. Big up to the people, because Uno have the power. The power lies with Uno. Uno have the right, as long as you're 18 years and over, to go out and exercise on the constitutional right to vote. Please go out and vote. Don't make no mistake for this general election. We see them water down with JUTC bus system and come and hype up now. Say them and get 63 more buses to the fleet. When they got JUTC or when they took over government, JUTC have over 500 odd buses that carry 60 odd million people. And from them get it till now, them water down the bus, we are working with less than 300 buses. So them are add back to the fleet where them did already mash up, and then them a boast and a gloat over it. When them go back or pass over the 500 buses, then them can come talk to it. But we not give them no more time, because they already gotten 10 years. And what did they do? Them run down every sector and bring it to our knees and take 300% increase and have a man pushing our face. We're still uncertified over 4 years now. Statutory declaration cannot be certified. And him and 7 other parliamentarians sitting and making laws for us. And they're under investigation for illicit enrichment. Time come for us to get the truth. Time come to get leaders with integrity. We are going to stand accountable and we the people are going to hold them accountable. Because when time we have a leader saying that they don't need any opposition to hold them accountable, they're saying that they don't need the people them to hold them accountable either. They're only talking about the people them that supports them, that are not holding them accountable. Only a handful, a few of them will come out and tell you the truth. And say, yeah, them not think say him should have go forward. But time come and time come now for the young people them to get a chance. Not for a leader telling the security forces to make them meet them judge or meet them maker. And we say not all of them that are being, killed by the security forces, not all of them are criminals. We don't support criminals. But if you're going to try to eradicate corruption as much as possible, start from the head, because if the head of the stream is not clean, then the bottom cannot be. Time come for the public sector workers to get livable wages. Time come for the people them can see them way through and not just a handful. Time come for have a better education system for we youths them. The sector gone right down. Parents cannot afford to send the kids them to school for the 5 days a week, and when the children them miss because of absenteeism and truancy and all of that, then the children them are held back. The people them tired of this government, this uncaring government. The people them are fed up. Call the election and let the people them decide if they want to continue with the corruption or if they want the change that they so desire. The country needs a great reset. And this government is not it. On the eve of a general election, they're going around cutting ribbons. Be unfinished projects. Be unfinished renovations or whatever they say that they're doing. Enough is enough. We want leaders who are going to do the things on behalf of the country that will benefit majority, if not all. But it can't be that we have a leader who only serving himself and a few. The trickle down now go on. The prosperity didn't take place for the mass. The prosperity took place for a handful. Too much scandal, too much corruption. Time come and time come now. One more for the People's National Party. This song here, may I tell you, whosoever sat down and put these words together, would I love to shake on your hand. Well put together, makes sense, and I hit the anthem right now. We have pushed the People's National Party forward. Big up my sister Arlene From. Big up Robert Reed. Big up to everybody who just joined in the live. One PNP we say. As when I leave out of the live, we're ending the program right now. Please to like and share. Make that one here go viral. Please and thanks. Gibraltar.